You just tuned it in. Global and worldwide. Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the fighter's voice. The fighter's voice. With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz. And the formidable co-host, Mr. Cole Escovedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
Fresno, California, we're live here in Mad Production Studios. I'm your host, Richard Ortiz of the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. Originally on Tuesday, we have the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast. But today's guest, I don't want to restrain him. I don't want to put the handcuffs on him. I want to let it all loose. And it's a pleasure having both at one time the Madera brothers. I'm talking about Kilo the Kid Madera, who always comes to fight, and his brother Hector Madera, who's making his own name, running away with his own career. We're going to talk about signings. We're going to talk about future fights, future events, and most of all, one of their toughest fights that they face, and that's both of them knocking out the coronavirus as they take it heads up, and just proceed in their career. And they got some fight dates coming. We're going to pick their brain a little bit. We're going to talk about Mike Tyson's announcement. We're going to talk about Stockton, California, having a boxing announcement in their backyard, and not one of them is on this card. And we're also going to talk about Spence coming back with Danny Swift Garcia. I want their take on it. And I also want to ask them, is Manny Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia, are they ever going to get it on? And we always talk about the Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate. We talk about young Gabriel Flores in Stockton, but I do not want to forget about Hector Madera and Kilo Madera of Stockton, California. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to jump right back into this show, Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest, Kilo the Kid Madera, and his brother, Hector Madera. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
What's up, Richard? What's cracking? What's going down, Rick?
Hector, what's up, my man? How we doing?
We're doing good, man. Right here in the gym right now. I'm getting ready to spar right now. I got a couple guys waiting for me right now.
Oh, man.
As I'm speaking.
Oh, hey, just tell them it's showtime. It's ready to go, man. I mean, these are some PR work right here, you know?
Yeah, for real.
And no, you know what? I'm studying you, Hector, and you're in tremendous shape, my man. I want to talk to you. You know what? We're going to jump right into it. Hector, the last time I saw you, you were inactive, and it's okay. There's a lot of home-cooked meals, and, you know, it's getting the better of me right now because I'm rehabbing my knee. But looking at you now, brother, you are in the best shape I've ever seen you in. Talk to us about that. Talk to us about that transition you made.
Like I wanted to in a while, but right now, you know what I mean? I'm kicking off my career for sure. I've been working with everybody out here in the Southern California, Las Vegas, Arizona. Right now, I'm out here and working out at Guadalupe Boxing Gym. I've been working with Jesus Ibarra. He's 11-0 pro, and Danny Barrios, which is 5-0 pro also. Michael Herrera had over 150 amateur fights, and you know what I mean? I've just been getting real good work out here, getting better for sure. My brother also getting ready for his next fight.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in with the who's who of boxing. I mean, you were a sparring partner for Danny Swift Garcia, and also, you know, you get to iron sharpens iron. I mean, you and Kilo rub off from each other constantly, man. Talk to us about where you're at right now. That's Phoenix, Arizona, correct?
Yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix, Arizona, Guadalupe.
Okay.
A couple cities right next to each other, pretty much.
Okay, before I steal this question is originally coming in from Lukey. Everybody knows Lukey, my man. He just said, why Phoenix, Arizona? He goes, Richard, ask them what they're doing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Honestly, we just got in touch with a real good friend. He has his own boxing gym out here. And then
Who is that friend? Who's that friend we're talking about?
What was that?
Who is that friend? Let's give him a shout out. Who are we talking about?
Oh, Michael Herrera. He's making his pro debut September 12th in Mexico at where we fighting at again?
Rosarito, Papas and Beer.
Yeah, my brother will be fighting there, and I'll also be fighting there too, making my 7th fight.
There you go. You know what, Hector? I'm very excited because I'm talking to an animated Hector Madera. Whenever we do an interview, you're kind of reserved, you're kind of just relaxing, you know, but when you get ready to spar and you're near a fight, you become very vocal, and I like that. It's just like that animal, that beast comes out inside of you, man.
Yeah. Well, honestly, usually every time I got around you, I never really had nothing going on yet because I was injured. I had, you know what I mean, ankle injury, hand injury, whatever the case was. So my brother, he had a bunch of stuff going on. So, you know what I mean, I just sit back and just listen.
And there you go, man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with getting some lessons from Big Brother, and Big Brother could also take lessons from you. Kilo, the Kid Madera, my man, you've been waiting, man. And you know what? I do want to say this, man. You've been getting props by some big-time promoters, man. I mean, let me say this, matchmakers to some of the biggest promotions in the world, man. Because whenever I bring you up to both Top Rank or Golden Boy, they're always saying, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Someone that'll take a fight, that doesn't make excuses, that's ready to go constantly, man. When you hear that of the likes of matchmaker Roberto Diaz from Golden Boy and also Brad Goodman from Top Rank Boxing, how does that make you feel, Kilo?
Well, obviously I like it, you know. I mean, it's that's who I am, you know what I mean? I'm a fighter, and I'm in the game to take over, and I think you know, this is just all the beginning and all of the start, you know. Like I feel like the second half of my career is gonna get kicking off, and you know, I'll be making a lot more noise. But I appreciate, you know, all the people who love me and fuck with me and respect me, and especially, you know, the people that I see that are somebodies in this game, you know, whether it's the fighters, whether it's the promoters, the matchmakers, the managers, just everybody in the game. You know, I appreciate it when they recognize it, you know, because I put my heart and soul in here, and I love it, and I pretty much put everything on the line out here to try to accomplish my dreams. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, if I'm in Vegas or in Phoenix or wherever I'm at, you know, like I'm pretty much all in following this dream, you know, and I'll go to China, to the end of the world to make it happen, you know.
You know, how does it make you feel knowing that? Because let's talk about dreams, that you're chasing this dream, but also the real ones that really mess with you, Kilo. You're also their dream. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they dream of you getting that big fight. They dream of you getting your hand raised. And knowing that you got the support system, you got the fan base, man, is that extra fuel that you need every day to continue to push forward towards your dream?
I mean, I appreciate the ones that, you know, that's their dream, you know, because they want to see me get there. You know, I appreciate that and respect that. But my real push and my real motivation is obviously my daughter, and
that's right,
accomplishing everything I want for her and for myself, and so I can give her, you know, a quality life, and at the same time show her what it's like to personally persevere and go after your own dreams, and while at the same time chasing my dreams, you know, and just to provide for my family and motivate my people, my race, you know, anybody at the bottom, anybody who's struggles, you know. I feel like I represent the struggle and, you know, the people at the bottom, you know, and obviously I make connections with people at the top too, but my hunger comes from being an underdog, from being at the bottom, you know, from having nothing, from wanting more, and just for wanting to dominate and fucking take over this fucking game, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the pains and tribulations, and just take it out on somebody, and just fucking have that image or that video, that knockout highlight, or even if it's a war, you know, if it's a just be a part of history and legacy.
You know, I will say this, Kil, I followed you. I followed you from the very beginning. I mean, I was there when you made your pro debut wearing those red Nike shorts in Save Mart Center. I see the growth in you. I see the maturity, and I see the level-headed Kilo. And now controlling that rage that you have inside you, that every boxer has, but yours now is in control. You control it; it doesn't control you. When you hear me say that, is that safe to say?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say. You know, I mean, I'm always in control. You know?
I mean, I'm just keeping it real, Kilo. You know, about freaking 9 months ago, you wanted to kick my ass, and now we're on the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass podcast.
Yeah, that's funny.
So,
I think, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm still the same person. I never changed, you know, like, but yeah, no, it's just me, bro.
It's just Kilo being Kilo. Hector, when you see your brother, and I know you got your own path, how much of your brother do you embrace and carry with you inside of that ring, in your workouts, and not only that, just everyday life?
My brother, he's a military sergeant. He's a motivator for real, man. He motivates me in the boxing gym. You know what I mean? When I need to go run, when I fucking need to just give it just a little bit more push, he's that dude to push me.
Well, it's always good to have that motivation around you. I was just telling our producer today, KP, and even in this game, even in this sport of media or podcast, and you could agree with this statement. Everybody wants it, but not everybody is willing to work for it.
Yeah, I work hard every day, whether I post it or not. Most of the time, I don't even post it. I'm just working hard. People don't have to see it, but when the lights come on, man, they're going to see. They're going to see all the work that I put in, all the dedication I put to this sport.
Well, I want to talk to you about this before we get into this questionnaire, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I apologize. I didn't get all the questions that have been shooting my way, man. I mean, that's serious. As we went down in air, that's why we were a little delayed 1 minute, because I wanted to get these questions, and some of the big names in the sports were the ones serving these questions. First question is to you, Hector. How big of a disappointment, now that it's a motivation, from you signing a promotion deal with Top Rank Boxing, getting ready to perform, and then like everybody else in the world, because no one's exempt from it, testing positive for the coronavirus. How have you adapted to that? And thank God that you're healed now, 100%, got a 100% bill of health, that you're healthy. How much of a disappointment was it mentally? And what was the physical part all about?
I didn't really take too much of it. Obviously I was a little upset because I really wanted to fight on TV. And I wanted to make a statement of who I am, but I took harder losses, like not being able to train for a year because of a broken ankle, broken thumb. So I didn't really take it too hard. I know life is life.
You know what? I don't know who embraced it more. I'm going to talk about your brother, Kilo, because every time I talk about Kilo, every time he gets 2 sentences out, he's always saying, Richard, don't forget about Hector. Nobody knows anything about Hector. He's getting ready to take over this division. And he's always said that since day one. Now, the minute you signed that deal, I thought personally Kilo was fighting. That's how animated he was. That's how supportive he was. And that's how excited he was for his younger brother. Kilo, when your brother achieves goals and takes those forward steps and most of all gets that opportunity, what are you feeling inside? What boils you? What pushes you?
Honestly, I'm just happy, that things line up and we work hard. We've been at this dream since we were young kids, and I just like when everything starts unfolding. It doesn't matter, if it's him or me. I just look at it like, if he's in there, then I'm in there. So
that's right.
Saying he was going to fight the MGM, and obviously I always want to fight there myself too, but I didn't really care if he fought there before me, because that's like me fighting there myself. It's like we all have our moments. I've had moments and opportunities, and and there's times when he had to sit out, and that's just how it goes. And it didn't happen, but we all have a fight September 12th now. Rosarito, Papas and Beer. We're gonna go stay busy, and then just keep staying busy there. And in the meanwhile, other fights pop up here in the U.S. or wherever. We're ready to go. We're here to take over the division. And stay busy. And really, I'm interested in staying busy in Mexico, and I really want to get some big fights out here in the United States. As far as like some main events and co-main events, so whether I got to go to Mexico a couple times for that, or if a big fight, like, even if it's like a prospect, or if it's some contender or something, like I want to make my way to that side of the fields, because that's where I feel like I belong, and I feel like I got what it takes. And honestly, like, the fans need it, Yeah. When the fans, they demand action, and they want to see a good fight, and they want to see, what they pay for, and I feel like, honestly, like, me and my brother, and like we're fucked. The spirit needs us, to be honest, because the moment they see us fight, the people are gonna go crazy, because we come to fight, and there's not a lot of people that really have it like that, you know personally, you watched every one of my fights out there, like, people go crazy all the time. They jump, they scream, and no matter what, you know, in my ups and downs, no matter what, every fight I've ever had has always been lit and popping.
You know what, Kilo, you got a different type of fan base, and I'm gonna tell you this. I once told Jose Ramirez, as soon as he came from the airport and he had that strap around him when he came back from New York, I said, that belt doesn't just belong to you. I said, it belongs to us, the people. And I told him every time he steps in that ring, he's our voice piece. A piece of us is in there with him. And I noticed that your fan base is different in Stockton. It's different worldwide. They actually feel that you are the next undisputed middleweight champion of the world. They actually feel that when you get your hand raised, their hand's being raised. Do you feel that as pressure, or do you feel that as motivation, or is that just a natural feeling to you?
Honestly, I think the you know, the people just, they got love for me, but at the same time, they know I'm real, and they know that I really fight, and I mean what I say, and I'm serious about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I think they like that, and they respect that. You know, they know that I'm not gonna bitch up in the ring. They know that I'm not gonna sit there and play games. Like, they know that I'm coming out here to fuck somebody up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I'm mentally, like, I'm coming for war. You know, and I just feel like, you know, people like that. You know, like, they want to see guys that really come to battle, and that are just ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that they identify with.
Yeah.
I think, like, us as fighters, like we're like you said, like, oh, there's a piece of you in the belt. Like, you know, we're the voice. We're the voice to a lot of people that are not doing the dreams or chasing their dreams, or just in general their excitement. You know, whether what they can say, a Mexican icon, or they're proud of us. You know what I mean? Like, they identify themselves with us, and, you know, obviously, I think the reason the people that do support me, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 10 people, but the ones that do support me, they go hard for me because they feel it. You know, it's like, I don't gotta fucking sugarcoat it. Like, I don't have to sit here and, you know, have corporate media blowing me up. Like, and it'll come. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I've been in this game long enough that I know that, you know, the casuals will jump back on, you know, but at the end of the day, the ones that are with you, like, they're with you, you know what I mean? From the heart.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. Hector, this question's for you. Being inactive for over a year, I won't give the exact time frame or whatever, how do you convince a promoter that you're not only just ready, you're ready to take those steps needed to be taken serious in this boxing sport, in the sport of boxing?
You know, even though I haven't been active for over a year, you know what I mean, I still been training every single day, running my miles every single day, getting the best work in with a bunch of different pros, not just one, and doing really good, dominating, inspiring. So that's how I know for a fact I'm gonna go in here this 12th, September 12th, and be ready to knock somebody down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm going to jump into some of these questions. This first one is from Toscano's Boxing Promotions. Hey, glad you guys are working hard both together. I'll see you guys real soon. And this traveling sparring that you guys have been doing, has it added to your game so far? Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, for sure. I gained a lot of different type of experience. You know what I mean? From world champions, you know what I mean? I was hitting pads with Mickey Bay. I was working at Capatillo's boxing gym, and these are good people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been working with a lot of great pros. I was at Robert Garcia's boxing academy sparring too. Got to spar a few guys there, did really good.
No, you guys are taking it to another level. I see it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we're gonna do, and that's what we're doing.
Kilo, do you care to elaborate on that question? That question's also for you.
Well, say that question one more time.
It was, first of all, Toscano's Boxing Promotions. Glad to see both of you guys are doing good and working very hard together. They also said, hey, we'll see you guys real soon. What did you get out of this sparring out of town, going out of town and making the jump from Stockton, going on this little tour to get the elite sparring that you needed? How has it added to your game?
Honestly, like, the going out of town and traveling to spar obviously gets you sharp, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you gotta to accomplish your dreams, bro, you gotta be ready to go on the road, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, you could, get out of your comfort zone. It don't matter if you stay in Stockton. Like, you gotta be ready to go get it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the shit's not coming to you, you gotta go out there and find it. You know what I mean? Because you gotta go get it. That's the only way. And I just know, like, because it's not my first rodeo. So, like, even like when I first started really getting out there, before I got signed, before I really even started blowing up, the way to go you got to get on that road. You know what I mean? You got to go to city to city, Bay Area, LA. It doesn't matter where it's at. You know, you got to go get the work wherever the work's at, and that's how you get your name out there. You know, you meet promoters, you meet managers, you meet fighters, you meet people in the game, and and that's where you see where you're at too. You know what I mean? Like, are you willing to risk it all for a dream that only you see? You know, or are you gonna fucking sit at home and fucking work a job and that's it? You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm about. Like, yeah, I've been working for like the last year and a half before.
You've been doing really well.
Kicked in, but I was still grinding, chasing my dream. You know, I knew it's just a stepping stone. You know, till I get back in the groove again. The coronavirus kicked in, and that was the perfect opportunity for me to get back on the move. Because I was able to get unemployment and have money coming in at the same time. I'll just go chase my dream and do what I do. You know, kind of like we used to do it back in the day when I was sparring all the champs, but just with more experience, you know, and being around a little longer, and you know, I have a little more eye to what to look out for, and it's just the same mission. You know, I just look at it like I have 14 fights already, bro. Like I just gotta continue, bro, and I'm not too far away from the big shit, the shit that I really want. When I look back at my career, my shit's been jumping from the very beginning. You know, I had a little slowdown session, but it's nothing. We're gonna get right back into it. Let this fight go by September 12th, and you know, come out of COVID champions. You know, this whole thing didn't slow nothing down. It's anything, it sped things up. You know,
exactly.
That's the way I look at it. I just look at it as an opportunity. Like, the coronavirus kicked in, and I left to the mountains to train. You know, and we just been at it since.
No, you've definitely closed the gap, and you've been putting in the work. This next, it's kind of a question. It's kind of letting you guys know. This is from a Hall of Fame matchmaker, Brad Goodman from Top Rank Boxing. He said, "Hope you guys are both feeling better. I can't wait to see you guys both on a Top Rank card." Now, when you hear that, how does that make you feel, both Kilo and Hector?
Oh, that's tight, man. Fucking Brad Goodman's my boy, man. He's been he's been rocking with us tough, bro, for a minute, and I got a lot of love for that dude. Not just because obviously he is who he is, but like as a person, like he's solid. Like, I fuck with him tough. Like, ever since I fought Joe and after I got signed, like, Brad Goodman's like he's the bro. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, he likes the fact that, you know, I'm ready to fight and I'm always down, and look, I like that too. I like him as a matchmaker, and I just like his personality. You know, he don't give a fuck. You know, he's a rugged dude. You know what I mean? He's cool. He's chill.
Hector, when you hear that, how does that make you feel, Hector?
He's gearing up for sparring. I think he's gonna be done with the interview now.
Oh, is he?
Hector,
okay.
Wait. How does it make you feel to have Brad Goodman say you can't wait till you fight again?
Oh, you know what I mean? I got mad love for Brad Goodman. Shows me lots of love when he sees me. Man, he's a real solid dude, man. Real motherfucker. For real.
Well, let me squeeze this last question in for you, Hector. I want you to answer it first, because I was going to kind of save it in the middle of the show. Since we're talking about promotions, since we're talking about the big names in boxing, this next kind of question, kind of remark is also coming from a matchmaker from Golden Boy. It's Roberto Diaz. He says, "You know what? Tell these guys that I said I'm giving them my best wishes, and I hope to have them both on a Golden Boy card soon." Now, when you hear that as well, how does that make both you guys feel? Go ahead and answer that first, Hector.
That makes me feel happy because, you know what I mean, we got a bunch of promotional companies talking about me, and I think that's dope. That's what we need. And, you know what I mean, I never actually met that guy, but, you know what I mean, when I see that dude, I'm going to say what's up and show him love, just because he said something on the show about me and my brother.
Oh, he knows who you are, Hector.
I'm getting ready to spar. I'm gonna gear up, and
okay.
I'm gonna let my brother talk to you. I appreciate you having us on the show and everything. Appreciate you, Richard.
I appreciate you too, brother. I remember when you showed up in Stockton and helped me out that day. That's a whole different story, my man.
Yeah, for real, man. I always got your back too, bro. If you with me, I got you to the end.
I appreciate that. All right, Hector, have a good sparring session. Keep them hands up.
But yeah, that's cool though, man. Shout out to Brad and Robert, man. That's much respect. I appreciate them wishing us the best and just showing love. You know what I mean? And call my fucking phone. Let's get some fights going.
Hey.
You know what I mean? September 12th, we already got a fight. But after that, you know.
Well, hey.
If they line us up, we're ready to go. You know, we're free agents. We're ready to go to fight on Top Rank, Golden Boy. You know, it doesn't matter where the promotion is. The main thing is for us to stay busy. And if we don't get a fight, either way, we're going to be going to Mexico and keep fighting just to stay busy. Like I said, man, I'm trying to get to the big fights.
Well, I agree with you. You're not just sitting back. And, I wish Hector could elaborate on this one right here, but I'm going to let you take over, and maybe Hector's thoughts as well. Now, I don't write down these questions, man. I just answer the questions that are presented to me, and we tackle it right here. And they ruffle some feathers, so be it. And this is the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass podcast, man. This isn't Sesame Street. Now, this question is for both of you. This question is from Eric Hernandez from Dog Boxer. What are both of your thoughts knowing that there's another promotion fight that has been announced in Stockton, California, and neither you or your brother are on this promotion or on this card? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't really care. I don't really have thoughts. I'm whatever about it. I look at it like everybody got their lane, you know. I focus on my lane, and I look what's in front of me. And at the end of the day, like, bro, like, we're here for the big shit, bro. We're here for fight on ESPN. We're here for the TV fights. Like, I don't care if I never fight in Stockton ever again. What I care about is I'm trying to be on TV, and I'm trying to be fighting on big fights, and everyone in the world is going to see it. You know, that I'm more interested in. I'm trying to get to the MGM. You know, back to the MGM.
That's right.
There, but I'm trying to get to Vegas, MGM. I mean, eventually I'll go back home and fight again. But it'll be my promotions, or it'll be my co-promotions, or it'll be my I'll do, you know what I mean? Like, I'll whatever, bro. Like, I'm gonna, you know me, bro. Like, I've been doing this for a minute. Like, as long as I continue, you know, and obviously we accomplish our goals where we're going, bro. Like, if it's made for us to go back to the city and fight, then cool, we'll do it. But if not, then it's cool, bro. We'll fuck around and fight out here in Phoenix at an arena, or, you know, maybe MGM. Like, I look at it like I've already fought at the biggest thing in Stockton Arena. You know, I fought at the Save Mart Center in Fresno. Like, I really want to one day, like, travel to the other side of the world or the other side of the country and fight in different areas, you know, like, to make new fans, you know, and more supporters. And, you know, and at the end of the day, it's all love. You know, there's no everybody can eat, everybody can win. You know, I've never been a guy to hate or tear down anybody, or, you know, everybody's in their own lane, you know, and everyone's just working for their dreams, you know, or for what they want.
You know what, Kilo, I've never ever heard you make a negative remark to somebody. I've never ever heard you say, "Oh man, forget that, dude." I've never heard you say anything. You've always been only concerned about yourself. And I will say this, man. When one door closes, right, that opportunity closes, all you got to do is walk down the hallway, man, because there's plenty of doors that'll open up for you.
Well, like, as far as my life or my career, like, every time doors close, bro, like, better ones open up, you know.
Amen.
Like, so, and you know, I'm not the kind of person that anybody's ever been able to hold me back. You know, like, I've always make things happen. You know, no matter where I'm at. You know, I don't specifically ever need anybody. But I'm a cool dude. I can fight, and, you know, I'm out there, bro. Like, nobody but God can stop my door.
That's right.
You know.
Hey, Big Al from Main Events. He said, "Man, ask Kilo about the story with Marshawn Lynch. What's going on with that?"
My bro, Al, man, that's my bro. I got a lot of love for Al, man. That's the fam right there. And the story of Marshawn Lynch, I was like, "What's up, Chad? Let me get a picture." And then I got like it was like a street vibe. Like, you gotta spar me for it. And I was like, "All right." So we started gearing up, and he geared up, and I was like, "For sure." I was like, "Oh shit, he's serious." And then after that, he was like, "Nah, I'm just fucking with you." But I think really he was just testing my nuts and trying to see what I'm about, you know. And then after I got the picture, but I never really got it until later. I saw the picture that said no men, and only kids and women could take pictures with him. And then that's when I understood why I got the weird vibe, you know, because he doesn't typically take pictures with guys, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, that's where it made sense on the vibe I got at first, you know. But after that, we were hella cool though. He's cool, really cool ass dude.
Well, you got that respect just being you.
What happened?
You got that respect by just being yourself.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a cool dude.
There you go. So big shout out to Al. Now,
yeah, big shout out to Al. I was a part of at the beginning of our career, and he's always helped us and always showed us a lot of love. And you know, at the end of the day, like his family, you know, I know his kids since they were little. They're grown up now, graduating and stuff now. But I remember we used to train his sons.
Yeah.
You know, and I still got all the old videos, and we'd be in the ranchos, and it was a cool little time, you know.
Brother, you guys had a truck with both you and your brother all over the truck, man. I mean, people cruising around, and they knew who the Madera brothers were. That was a billboard with wheels.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I think they might still have it to this day. That's yeah, man. I was the homie, bro. Like at the end of the day, you know, him and T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My old coach. But yeah.
Hey, well, check this out. I got an interesting question because not only have I noticed this, other people have noticed this. And, you know, it was good to be a part of one of the biggest promotions in this valley, one of the biggest grudge matches in this valley. This wasn't just made up. This wasn't just thought up. This wasn't just promotion. This is 100% hatred. This is 100% drive. This is 100% tenacity, 100% motivation, and 100% I want to see who got the biggest nutsack in Fresno, California. And that was you in the smoke show getting it on, man. To be a part of that, I mean, it was documented as the grudge match that can never be duplicated, never be matched, only copied. Now, when you hear those strong words, man, and to know you were a part of that, how does that make you feel?
I think it's tight, you know, because at the very beginning of my career, you know, if you think about it, that was like without the world title and without the, you know, obviously the big payday. That was a real life superstar big ass fight. You know, 15,000 people. It lived up to the hype. You know, and for me to do that, you know, such early in my career, like I just look at it like a sign from God. Like, look, as time. This is just the beginning. Wait till your fights are way up there. You're made for this, for the big fights. You know, for the big shit. And that was just a little taste, you know, and I know there's a whole lot more of that coming, and just to even be so young in my career and have that kind of history already, like that's fucking tight, bro. Like that's sick, you know. That's the kind of shit we live for, you know. Like if I were to stop boxing today, that'll be remembered forever with that whole valley, the whole area.
I mean, you don't know what it was like trying to get you guys together, man. I mean, you're dealing with two different alpha males, two different attitudes, two different agendas, and to finally put it together. You know, I didn't think it was going to come together until I'm talking about the face-off, the interview, which the rest of the fight was already the fight, but that interview, that face-off, that was 100%, man. I mean, I made sure that I had two personal security people with me just to make sure stuff didn't crack off. If you remember, what the camera doesn't show, that everybody that was in that room, what they were there for during that interview. When we had that face-off with you and Joe, it was very intense.
Yeah, no, it was intense for sure. It was well, honestly, it was just all being me, you know. Like honestly, fuck, I hate to sound like the crazy guy, but at any time I probably would have fucking socked him or fucking you know, even at the weigh-ins, you know, you guys were there. Like, there was a lot of bad blood between us. You know, because I was like, that was when I was trying to get on, and you know, they were blowing him up, and you know, and I was just like, you know, me, like, I see guys coming up, and I call them out, and I'm trying to take their spots, and that's just who I am, bro. Like, I'm here to take over, I'm here to do things, and I mean, that's how I got to get it, bro, because there's nobody out here giving me plates, you know, and that's how I'm gonna continue to do it. You know, like I know how to go get it. Like I said, you got to go get it.
No, exactly, and you did. This next question is coming in from Ernie Jaime, promoter out of Fresno, California. It said, Kilo, who wins this round robin to face you? A middleweight round robin. We're going to put Joe Louis Lopez in this round robin. We're going to put Madman Marcos Hernandez in this round robin. And we're going to put Daniel El Chapulín Valdivia in this round robin. And we're also going to put somebody to make the transition, Evan Solario, in this round robin. Who wins this matchup, and who faces you in the finals?
I think Madman would probably be the one facing me. I think Madman's he's skilled, you know, and he can really fight. And he's been on big fights, you know. He's solid, you know. He's has a good pedigree. But all those guys can fight, you know. They all got a lot of balls and a lot of heart. And, you know, I mean, shit, it's not easy getting in the ring or just fighting in general, you know.
You know, Kilo, you don't know how many times we talk about this from a fan's perspective, because even though we're media, we still love the sweet science. I mean, we sit back all the time and say, man, can you imagine if there was you know, it's still never too late, a middleweight, super middleweight round robin, where, you know, first and foremost, you know, these guys got paid their value and their worth. That would just be awesome. That would be awesome, because we have so much talent here, and yet when the smoke clears, there's only going to be one standing. Why are you that person that will be standing? Why is it going to be you?
I just look at it like, I mean, even like, I know you're talking like the area, you know, but my mentality is like not like in the area. My mentality is like trying to go worldwide. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I really want to eventually get in there, you know, with, you know, the big names, you know, Munguia, Charlo, and fucking all these big names, you know, those are the guys that I'm eyeing, you know, and like, you know, and obviously eventually I'm gonna have to take a contender or someone out to get to one of those, you know, big fights. So I just think I just have my eyes, you know, set high, and yeah, that's just what I want. You know, I want to get to the top.
I'm glad you brought that up, because this next question's coming in. It says, why were you not on that? Why were you not chosen to be on that contender series? When they had Daniel Valdivia, they had Madman Marcos Hernandez, and Andre Ward was one of the coaches, one of the advisors. Honestly, you had Freddie Roach and Ali.
I was trying to get on it because at the time I was born in Lada in Texas, and he has the same manager Madman has, Luis de Cubas.
Yeah.
And then I think he gave me a phone number, and I called the guy, and I think they already were full or something. But I was trying to get on that contender series, but it didn't happen. But it's all good, you know, like, you know. But there's definitely guys on there that I would have loved to fight. And plus, I'm sure there was some good money in there.
Well, you know what? I'm sure Roberto Diaz is listening to this right now. How does Kilo Madera do against Sugar Shane Mosley Jr.?
Oh, fuck his ass up.
How do you see that fight taking place?
I'll fuck him up.
From start to finish?
I think I would love that, just because he's a son of a legend, just to throw him on my resume. You know, that'd be sick. You know, I just think there's just hunger difference, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the shit that I've been through is like, it's just different, bro. You can't compare me to guys like that. You know what I mean? Like, much respect. You know, he's a fighter. He's doing his thing. You know, like, but at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm a whole different cloth than 95% of all these fighters. You know, like, I don't even look at champions and fucking like anything special to me, because I don't know. That's just I'm like fucking Roberto Duran, Mike Tyson kind of guy. Like, those are my kind of fighters, you know. Like, even guys that are doing their thing right now, I'm like whatever about them, you know. But that's why, you know. But that'd be a tight fight because that'd be a big fight, you know. You know, we both got similar records, you know. Yeah, and I mean, I want to get matched up with everybody. That'd be a good little fight, actually. And it could be a co-main event, main event.
Wait, I'll tell you what. Let's make it happen right now, man. I'm going to give you the platform. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. State your bid. Let Roberto Diaz know that you want that fight. I'm going to give you the platform, 30 seconds. I'll send it to him. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, they could come for whatever fight, really. It doesn't matter who. Robert, Top Ring, anybody, you know, like, my main thing is, like, I already have a fight right now, September 12th. I'm going to take care of business over there, and I'm going to just stay busy, you know, and I think a lot of the times, like, I was always waiting on promoters and people to give me fights, or I'm, like, you know, trying to get on cards, but I'm at the point where, like I'm not going to wait. If I go to Mexico and stay busy, I'm going to stay busy. You know, if there's a fight that comes up and everything makes sense, you know, and all the details make sense, then cool. Then we're gonna make it happen, you know. But I'm gonna do my own thing, bro. I'm my own boss, you know. Like, I'm gonna stay busy, and I need to accomplish my goals. And I'm on a limited time schedule.
Yeah. Well, very well said, and I respect that. I respect that, man. I just wanted to give you the platform, man. Make a state for yourself, and
bro,
you did.
People know, bro. Like, I'm ready for whatever, bro. Like, as long as everything makes sense, you know what I mean, and they come right, you know. But bro, people know, bro. You know, there's a couple fights out there. Like, I mean, obviously the Mosley son, that'd be a good one. I would like that. There's that guy, Top Rank, that white boy that took out like two or three prospects, undefeated prospects.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but. That's a good guy I want to take out because he's beatable, you know, like, and he's been doing really good, you know. I want to take his life. There's a lot of guys, bro. Like, it's not just one specific guy, you know, because it's not like, there's just anything that's gonna make noise. That's a big fight. That's gonna help me elevate. That's what I want, you know. It's not one specific person, you know. It's whatever's gonna take me to the next level and elevate me, get me better, and at the same time, help me establish my legacy and prove myself too, you know, like people want to see good fights, you know, and that's what I care about. I care about becoming world champion, you know, giving the fans good fights, and just being a part of history, you know. I want to go down as a great fighter, as a world champion by the time I end, and I want to have the kind of story that motivates people, you know, my raza, you know, my people. You know, all the immigrants, Mexican people, my parents, my brother, my sister, you know, you guys, everybody listening. Like, when they hear my story, when they hear my shit, they're like, damn, like, that's a real motherfucker, man. Like, damn, I respect his story. This motherfucker never gave up. He's still at it. You know, he never does no fights. You know, he's there to get it, you know, and that's what I care about, you know. I care about accomplishing my dreams and becoming the person that I see when I look in the mirror.
Well, let's talk about your fight. September 12th, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, Mexico, is it going to be streamed? Where can we watch it? How can we follow you? And how can we be informed and in tune to that fight? Do you know anything? Who's your opponent?
Just follow my Instagram, you know, Kilo_the kid. I don't know the opponent yet, but I know I'm either going to live it on my Instagram, or I'm going to have some camera people with me. So I'm going to see if maybe I could set up a stream. I don't know. I was thinking of a couple ideas. Maybe I'll fucking charge them $10 and make them pay to watch me. I know they will. You know.
There you go.
There's a couple different ideas. You know. I'm still brainstorming different things, but for sure they can watch it on my live. Worst comes to worst.
Hey, or put a 2-for-1 because your brother's also going to be on that card, correct?
What was that?
Or put a 2-for-1 because your brother's also going to be on that card, correct?
Actually, like, damn me, the whole card is my people. My boy Mike is fighting on it. He's making his debut. My brother's fighting on it. I'm fighting on it. My boy Kenny, one of my friends that helps me spar, he's making his debut. My boy Gilbert Mendoza, he's fighting on it. I think he's fighting for the intern WBC. I'm not sure. I think that's the last time I heard that he said, but I got to double check if that's accurate.
Okay. Hey, I want to pick your brain a little bit, man. Mike Tyson, he's in the news. Of course, you know that. Everybody knows Mike Tyson. I mean, even people that aren't in the sport. What was it like meeting the legend, first of all, and then looking into those eyes, man? Talk to us about, because I'm posting the stare down right now. What went down exactly during that stare down? And then I want to ask you your take on him and Roy Jones Jr.
Well, that's my favorite fighter ever, you know, so, like, I kind of went up to him like I knew him, you know. It was weird, you know, but I just went up to him like I knew him. And he was cool, you know. We chopped it up, and I told him a little bit about me, and he just told me never give up. He told me never give up and just continue. And then, I asked him for a face-off, and then I faced off, and then, like, there was a point where, like, I kind of just, like saw the runners. I just smiled and I put my hand out like, what's up? You know, like, that's my favorite fighter ever.
What was it like looking in that man's eyes? When did you know that, okay, this dude isn't blinking, man? I'm looking into death.
No, I think I just like smiled and I put my hand out. I didn't want there to be any kind of weird energy.
Yeah, you didn't disrespect him at all.
Yeah, I didn't want to disrespect him or anything like that. That's my favorite fighter, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, I love Mike Tyson. Like, that's why I grew up listening to his videos, you know, all the times he's talked. When I walk to the ring, I'm a fucking god. These motherfuckers count for, like, all that shit. You know, he's no Sonny Liston, you know, all that. Like, I love Mike Tyson. Like, that's my favorite fighter ever, you know?
Well, I mean, I want your take then, man. Hey, you know, he's getting back into the ring, man. He's going to make it happen. I think you guys share the same fight date. He's taking on Roy Jones Jr., man. 8 rounds, small gloves, no headgear. What's your take on that, and how do you see this fight taking place? How do you see it taking place inside the ring? Is it knockout, stoppage, or how's Mike going to look? I just want your take from start to finish.
I think Roy's going to get caught with a hit. You know, I think he's, you know, you never lose your power. That's one of the last things you lose. Obviously, Mike Tyson still has his power, but the thing is, you know, I think Roy Jones was one of the greatest champions as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think he's going to have his reflexes that he once had, you know?
Yeah.
And that's very important, you know? You know, he was doing some tight-ass things, but he's 50 years old, and I don't think he has those kind of reflexes, you know? But I don't know what they're going to fight like, you know? But I know I'm going, obviously, Mike Tyson, you know, my favorite fighter ever. But I am glad that they're not throwing Mike Tyson in there with like a young ass guy, you know. That's my favorite fighter ever. I would never want to watch anything bad happen.
No, you know, they stay on the senior tour. They're going to be fine.
I think he has too much of a legacy to ever jeopardize something like that. You know, like even Roy, you know, he's been fighting like I feel like he's too much of a legend to like, you know, have let a lot of these guys, because a lot of these guys have beat Mike Tyson or even Roy Jones. Like, these guys, they're nothing compared to them. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are fucking legends, you know, on another planet type of shit. So, like, in their prime, but when they're really, like, in their mode, these dudes would have never fucked with them. You know, like, so I just think it's like, you know, just don't. I get it, though. You know, they're fighters. Fighters are fighters forever.
No, I know exactly. Hey, your brother talked about a little bit about, you know, sparring and heading to Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy, who, you know, whenever I go there, they treat me like family, man, and them in both wild cards. What was it like working out in that capacity along with all the other champions? Because I always tell Robert every time I see him, I said, brother, you need to put a sign that says iron sharpens iron, because they got nothing but dogs in there. What was it like being in there, working out in there, and being a part of that day of working out?
Oh, it was cool, man. You know, I love walking in gyms, you know, and, you know, my brother got good work, and then I sparred with my boy Alexis over there, and, you know, he was very strong, middleweight, super middleweight. Yeah, and
big boy.
It was cool, you know, and then I saw Jose there, and, you know, we went and did our thing, and then we left, and then after that we took off to Vegas.
Yeah, you guys are all over on this world tour. Talk to us about that brief encounter you had with Jose. What did he offer? What did he say? And what's it like being around a unified champion?
No, we just said what's up, you know. And he was getting ready, getting his hands wrapped, and he was gonna start training. And then he just said how long we were down for, and then we got a picture, and then we just kept we got on the road. But no, it's cool. It's cool. These we started. I've started fighting his undercards. When I first started, and just seeing him develop from an Olympian to a world champion, like that's the ultimate. I think he's a solid champion who has solid principles and good upbringings, and he naturally wants good things for the people, and him aligned with Rick, and everybody from the Water Coalition down in the Valley, like all the things that they have done together, like it was just historical, and it has gave many of us the opportunity and the platform to even begin anything, like, so I'm always been very appreciative and thankful to fight on all those undercards and to be able to have the kind of platform that I was able to have being in those areas and on those cards.
Very well said. I got a question coming in. What was it like sparring with Triple G, and what did you get out of it? When it was all said and done, did you get anything out of it? What do you remember the most about that sparring session and just working side by side with one of the legends today?
But you talking about Triple G?
Yes.
When I sparred Triple G, I think it was obviously it was cool, because at that time he was knocking everybody out. But he's just very calm too, like you think he's just trying to knock someone, but he's in there just moving, relaxed, working his jab. He was showing me how he lets go with his hand and throws all his hip into his power, and just talking to him, he's a very cool guy, very humble. Fucking even when I met him, like I had even more respect for him as a champ, just how cool he was and how chill he was, like I came through, said what's up, and never pulled no funny thing, and he's a real champion,
Yeah, describe that. And I know those are some codes right there inside the gym. Never pulled any funny things. Are we talking about, didn't cheap shot, or didn't just come over here just to abuse another fighter? I mean, he stood correct and he stood classy.
He's just a normal dude. He didn't think he was above the world. He didn't act like he's all super tight. Like he was just very cool. Very cool, and came to do his work. Came to train, and I respect guys like that. You can do nothing but respect guys like that.
Now, what was your relationship, leading up to your sparring sessions with Andre Ward, and what was it like sparring with a living legend?
Man, Andre Ward, that's really where I think that's where I got a lot of my school from, because I was in like 4 camps with him, and I feel like I learned a lot just being there, sparring with him, and I just copy what he does, and obviously I have my own style and I do my own thing too, but I think that was cool, because it also opened up doors for me to spar other guys, That's where I started. Like I met Jacobs and sparred him out of there. I sparred Kid Chocolate out of there, and those sparring sessions, all those gave me opportunities to get to other camps, and I learned a lot being there.
Well, what was it like, man, when he handed over those Jordan boxing shoes, man? And what's the whole story behind that?
Oh, that's pretty tight, I thought that was tight. The shoes is clean.
Yeah, I remember that. You wore them on your next fight, and I believe you scored a 3rd-round knockout at Tachi Palace, Lemoore?
I don't remember what knockout, but yeah, I did wear them a couple times, a couple fights.
Kilo, who have you not shared the ring with, and you just, before it's all said and done, whether you fight them or just even in a sparring session, who would you like to share the ring with? Who's out there you would say, you know what, I would love to mix it up with this guy, or just, iron sharpens iron, so to speak?
I think a sick-ass fight would be me and Munguia.
Yeah, that's a tough dude right there.
A good fight, and I think he's beatable. And but I think that'd be a good fight, Mexican fans, Mexican people, he likes to throw blows, I throw blows, and I just think it'd be a big fight, you know, like Munguia. But even like, I mean, I know there was like the repost with Lalo's, like with Charlo, and then that'd be sick too. You know, I would like to fight a Charlo brother. Obviously, I feel like realistically I need like enough more fights, you know, so my name could really be legitimately next to them. Yeah. You know, because I could say, but the general person, they're not gonna really know me. So I feel like once I get my fights up there, like I'd want to fight anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? Like, really anybody. Anything that's gonna bring me titles, money, or just establish my name and my legacy.
What exactly would you like to be said about you? What word describes Kilo the Kid Madera? Or what sentence or what phrase? How do you want to be remembered? I'm not saying you're packing it up now. Just when people mention the name Kilo the Kid Madera, what would you like to be mentioned right after that?
I think I mean a lot of the things that they're already said, you know, like I don't have to say much, you know, like the people they talk for me, you know, like they know what I'm about, and yeah, I'm at work right now. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. But yeah, I think just, you know, old school fighter, you know, a guy who comes to fight, you know, and you know he loves to fight, and action-packed fighter, and you know, just fucking that real tight shit, you know.
What's your take on the success that young Gabriel Flores Jr. has now that he has Andre Ward as an advisor and also Prince as a manager?
I think that's tight as fuck. You know what I mean? It's Gabriel's from my city, and you know he's makes Stockton look good, and you know he's a Mexican fighter. You know, making super big player moves. You know what I'm saying? And just establishing his legacy, you know, and in a superstar way, you know, and I think it's fucking tight, bro. Like he's making history, and he's making the city proud. He's making it's good, you know. It's firework. It's the fireworks superstar kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like who wouldn't want any of those things lined up for them in their career?
Exactly. What was it like working out with Dad? Because it wasn't there a time when he was, you know, helping you out in training when you were coming up?
Yeah, we would. I mean, I've known them since. Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is so cool for them to take this interview right inside of a gym. I mean, you hear the bell going off. They're getting their hands wrapped. Both men are there to put in work, and yet they took time out just to be here on the Fighter's Voice. Young Hector Madera, Kilo the Kid's getting ready to put some work in. You know, enough said, and that's the rawness, that's the realness of this show, and this is the platform that we offer the fighters. Hey, you back, Kilo?
Yeah, I'm back. My
okay.
bad, bro.
No problem, brother. Work is work, brother. Oh, okay, well, yeah, well, we keep it real on the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast, my man.
Where were we?
No, you were talking about Gabriel. He was, you know, early in your career, you know, he was helping you train.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how long that session was.
I've known Gabriel, you know, and his dad.
Gabriel Sr., yeah.
Gabriel was like 4 or 5 years old. You know, he's always been, you know, sparring, you know, at the gyms, and my brother used to train with them when they were little kids. You know, they used to go to all these tournaments together. And, you know, Gabriel, you know, his dad trained me for a little bit. Like, you know, he was helping us. But really, in reality, the one that really trained with them for a long time was my brother. My brother trained with them for a couple of years, you know, and they were going to tournaments and doing their thing, you know?
Yeah. And here's another late question that just came in. What was it like sparring with, you know, the Diaz brothers, Nate Diaz? And what's your relationship like with him?
All right, brother. Okay, for sure. Nate, I mean, it obviously is cool because, you know, they're superstars and they're hella known by the whole world. But it's good work, you know. They're fucking dogs, and my relationship with them is, I mean, I'm more cool with Nate. He's chill. I was actually just on the phone with him yesterday. I'm trying to see if they want to come out here. He said maybe like 2 weeks, but just trying to get some good, solid fighters to come out here to Phoenix while I'm out here. and before I go back to Vegas. 'Cause we're gonna go to Vegas and spar like in 3 weeks. But just trying to set up camp, solid fighters, you know, and have, I mean, at the end of the day, it benefits everybody. You know, we're all trying to get that word.
You know what I like about this story, Kilo, and when I talked about your growth earlier, is you put a young man in the position you're in. And you got the whole coronavirus going on. You got the whole, you know, EDD has helped us all, thank God. You know, I haven't got mine yet, but, you know, it'll come. Got to make that mortgage payment. You could have easily gathered your funding, your brothers, and went to the mall, got these shoes, got some chains, bought a ride, bought some rims, and, you know, a stereo, what have you. You invested in yourself. Because I talked to you, I said, hey, man, how are you doing it? And I'm glad. You're not there with your hand out asking for sponsors. Sponsors are great, but when they don't come your way, you continue your journey and to push forward and to invest every nickel and dime you have in yourself, man. And to see that and to knowing that you're making good with this opportunity, man, there is growth there. There's nothing but success that's at the end of that rainbow, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I want, you know, so, like, when I say I'll die behind this, I mean that shit, like, this is everything to me, Cuddy. Like, if it wasn't for boxing, like, what would I really be doing with myself or with my life? You know, and I think one of the greatest gifts that I'm working for, and obviously that God could give me, is to give me the opportunity to be successful at what I love and in what gives me a story, and at the same time motivate others, you know. And, you know, it's just not easy, you know, but
no,
I'm at it, and I believe that it's going to all pay off, and it's a journey, you know, and we're at it every day.
You know, no matter
what happens.
You got respect coming your way all over the world. I mean, we got matchmakers talking about you in the top of the game. And actually, I forgot to mention, I mean, you know, when I spoke to him in Las Vegas and I mentioned your name, he went from serious face to, he goes, oh, yeah, that's my homeboy. And I'm talking about David Benavidez. I mean, you got in the ring with that big dude. And yet he showed love for you. I remember I posted that clip and I sent it to you.
Yeah, I like David a lot, man. When I was in camp with them, they showed me a lot of love. They actually, thanks to them, is how I got the Triple G sparring and Susan Ramirez sparring. His dad lined it up, but they were super solid dudes. That was like, out of all the camps I've been at, that probably was like the best camp, because I was able to eat what they ate, did every single workout they did, and I was able to stay in a fat ass house that they had for training camp. So for me, that was pretty cool, because when I would spar other people, like, I never really got to like stay with them and fucking eat what they eat and do exactly what they do, you know, like. So to me, that was like real training camp. That was pretty cool.
Well, that's always awesome when people invite you into their personal life. That's respect and trust. And like I said, you know, he was at a press conference in Las Vegas. It was actually when I was talking to him on the Manny Pacquiao Keith Thurman fight. He was there. I mentioned your name, and I mean, he just chuckled and said, "Oh yeah, that's my homeboy," and then was talking to me like I was his homeboy, only because I mentioned, hey, what was it like sparring with Kilo, you know, Stockton, California, and we went on, and yeah, he had nothing but good things to say about you and your family and your brother. I mean, you could tell their upbringing was simply class act.
Yeah, no, he's a solid dude. I liked him when I was in camp with them. They were very cool. That's the homie right there. And I'm glad I was able to be a part of their camp when he won his first title. And like, I mean, the rest is history. He's fucking everybody up right now.
Yeah, he is. And, you know, there's actually a long story right there, man. But you know what? I hear the bell going off, man. I don't want to be that stumbling block that prevents you from being successful September 12th, man. I know you got work to put in. Like I said, I appreciate you taking time out. Had I known this, I would have rescheduled or did something, man. But I appreciate you taking time out of your sparring, of your workouts, just to share your views and your thoughts here with the Fighter's Voice. Like I said, I'm sorry I couldn't get to all the questions, but it's been blowing up since I said I was going to have you on the line. And you know, even Sean Gibbons sends his best.
Believe it or not, I appreciate it as well too. You know, because I'm getting back in the groove. You know, of back to my position. You know, like, it's been like, you know, like, I fought only one time last year and one time before, but things are about to change. We're about to stay real busy, and just get back in the groove of, you know, as far as, you know, what comes with the sport. You know, the interviews and, you know, saying the fights, you know, and more fights. You know, I know COVID is messing a lot of things up, but like it's not really messing things up. Like as far as like the vision and the plan, you know. Like,
yeah.
The plan is to stay busy and become champions during this era.
No, exactly. Hey, Kilo, I'm gonna let you go real quick, man. But do you remember a phone call you got maybe from me about 1.5 years ago? And I was kind of messing around. I was feeling good because I was at work, and I think, you know, I got all my reports out of the way or something to that effect. And I call you up and I said, hey, man, let's spar. And you go, yeah, sure. And I go, no, I'm serious. Let's spar. Let's do this and that. And then you said, hey, bro, I'm starting to get agitated, bro. Do you remember that conversation we had?
I probably, yeah, kind of.
I think I pushed too far, right? Or I pushed the wrong button because you're like, hey, man, where are you at right now? Because I remember you told me something to that effect, man. And I just like that gear that you're ready to put on at any time.
Yeah, no, I'm hella chill, bro.
No, I know you are.
I probably just got irritated.
No, I mean, it was cool.
I just got to think I'm a joke or something.
Nah, man, hey. I got the utmost respect for you. I'm laughing about it now. It's just how you were just ready just to, at any time, any cost. And that's what a real fighter is all about. I mean, there's no masquerade party. You were born to do this, and you're doing it well. And you hit on some great points, that opportunity. And you're more than willing to take any fight in front of you to get the big fights. Because there's a lot of fighters, Kilo. They'll sit back and wait and put their career on ice, hoping and praying that, okay, I get that call. But until you do, you're getting your ass to work, and you're taking fights that are in front of you. You're not letting any obstacles derail you. You're staying on course, man. And I appreciate you. So tell all the viewers and the fans, how can we follow you, and how can we support Kilo the Kid Madera and Hector Madera?
Follow me at Kilo_the Kid on my Instagram, and you can follow my brother at Ector Leonardo, right? Ector Leonardo.
Yeah.
And then follow my boy Mike Herrera. He's gonna make his pro debut. Dude was a badass back in the day, man. So he's gonna do some tight shit. Watch. He used to be on the USA team, and he's gonna make his pro debut. And the goal is for all of us to get real busy and make a lot of things happen, make a lot of noise.
Hey, man, you don't co-sign for too many people, man, so I'm looking forward to this guy turning pro and making an impact on this boxing sport. So I'm going to let you go, man. And any last words, man? Did I leave anything out? Let me know.
Just much love to all the people who love me, who support me, who have good things to say about me. I appreciate all the people, all the fans, all the just everybody who rocks with me, man. Like, you know, you guys, it means the world to me. And the people who fall out and switch up and low key just hate them, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But we get on the boat, and September 12th we're gonna get busy, and hopefully I'll come home with knockouts and to start this next episode of the second half of the career.
There you go, man. Make sure you stay on the line until after the show's over, Kilo. Hey, this is Rich Ortiz, your host of the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. Tomorrow we have legendary trainer Miguel Robles, and we're going to talk about him and the impact he made with Andrew Ruiz and how he continues to train these prospects and these world champions, along with ESCOVEDO, the UFC veteran himself, who got some news to drop, official news to drop, who's now putting his name into the management, entertainment, boxing, MMA world. And I hope I didn't spill the beans. I know Cole's going to make that announcement, but hey, ESCOVEDO, man, making it worthwhile here at the Fighter's Voice. And as always, it's a wrap here, Fresno, California. I want to thank Kilo the Kid Madera and Hector Madera for taking time out of their busy day and schedule. It's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.